Good morning and thanks for joining us on this breaking news update on Facebook. I'm Ryan Cody. The Department of Health Services in Arizona has just released new numbers on coronavirus cases statewide. DHS is reporting that now 80 people have died here and there are now over 2,700 confirmed cases, 2,726 to be exact. That's more than 1,500 of those here in Maricopa County. Now, those numbers are up from yesterday when there were just 73 deaths. So we do have an additional 7 deaths reported here today on this Wednesday. Nearly 2,600 confirmed cases up from yesterday as well. So almost 200 up from that day to today. Now, 2 inmates have tested positive for COVID-19 here in Arizona. The first inmate has been at an undisclosed hospital since late March for several non-coronavirus symptoms, but he did test positive for the virus after 2 negative results. The second inmate tested positive at the Marana Community Correctional Treatment Facility, which provides custody and substance abuse treatment for about 500 adult male inmates. So as the number of cases does continue to climb here in Arizona, we're starting to get a clearer picture of just how bad the outbreak could be in the Grand Canyon state. Team 12's Bram Resnick shows us how the state is tracking it all.
Governor Doug Ducey warning us that April will be a rough month for the coronavirus here in Arizona, but he's refusing to share any information on how rough it could be.
We believe that the peak of our illnesses will start mid to end of April, with peak hospitalizations in May.
A major coronavirus warning 2 weeks ago from Arizona's top public health official. But Dr. Kara Chris didn't provide any details on how rough it could be.
That anybody that tells you exactly what's going to happen into the future is guessing.
And on Tuesday, Governor Doug Ducey refused to share any information used by decision makers to prepare Arizonans for the next 6 weeks. One of the models the state uses shows deaths per day peaking at 17 on April 24th, with the total number of deaths climbing to 570 by the end of May. That's almost 500 more than the current count of 73. There is more detailed information on the way showing the coronavirus's impact right now.
This data will allow us to better prepare for our peak in cases.
The Arizona Department of Health Services is now requiring all hospitals to report their total coronavirus cases, patients in intensive care, on ventilators, and patients who are discharged. The information should be online by Sunday. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, Bram, thanks. The governor also announced some new declarations yesterday. They include a required 14-day self-quarantine for any traveler coming from New York, Connecticut, or New Jersey. The order also gives more flexibility for restaurants when it comes to selling grocery items from their businesses. And finally, the declarations also expand COVID-19 data gathering and increases protection at nursing homes. Well, some help today for people who may need help during this tough time. This morning, there is a drive-through food bank in Phoenix. It's from 11 to 1 over at Phoenix College. Now, you will need your driver's license to be able to pick up food. In the meantime, there is a glimmer of hope at the epicenter of where this whole COVID-19 outbreak began. Things are slowly starting to get back to normal in Wuhan, China. Yesterday, authorities lifted the lockdown. That means for the first time in 11 weeks, people could travel in and out of the city. There are still more than 67,000 cases of the virus in that province there where Wuhan is located. Residents can travel as long as a mandatory smartphone application that they're all supposed to have there says that they are healthy and have not been in recent contact with anyone confirmed to have the virus. And check out the smile on her face there. As a big thanks to our healthcare workers on the front lines. The majority of us really can't even imagine what a lot of these folks are going through here at the hospital. And take a look at this. Is some of the video we got from the Scottsdale Fire Department and Police Department yesterday, showing what they're doing, lining up out there outside the hospital. And this is more of the social distancing version of giving a shout out to a lot of the men and women who are on the front lines of this pandemic and doing the best they can here in our state of Arizona. So we're asking you to let us know, give a shout out for some of the people who are on the front lines here, and you could be specific. And Priscilla says that her brother, Arturo Vasquez, couldn't be any more proud of him. Thank you for what you do. He's a respiratory therapist, and she is a proud sister. Hashtag right there. So thank you, Arturo, for all that you're doing. This one coming from Himaline Rogers. She has 2 daughters in healthcare. Kim Martin, she's a nurse, and Pamela Greenwood is an HR manager at a care center. So thank you, girls. Stay safe. Love you. Thank you so much from all of us at 12 News. And this is one of the text messages that we received. My brother Steve works at Phoenix Children's Hospital as an OR nurse, keeping all the kids safe. I've never been more proud of him, and we can echo that as well. We've never been more proud of our healthcare workers as well and all that they are doing to keep us safe. Thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. So let's get back to the breaking news that has us here bringing it to you on Facebook, and that's another look at the totals of coronavirus cases, which has just been released by the Arizona Department of Health Services. DHS is now reporting that 80 people have died here in the state. That number is up 7 from yesterday, where we had 73. There are now 2,726 confirmed cases. That's more than 1,500 of them in Maricopa County alone. Again, those numbers are up from 73 deaths yesterday to now 80, and from nearly 2,600 confirmed cases to now over 2,700 confirmed cases in just one day. So let's take a closer look at the numbers here in Maricopa County alone, the state's largest county, and we know this is the most infected county in the state. There are now more than 1,500 confirmed cases here. The county reports that there are 37 deaths. That's more than 300 people hospitalized and more than 100 in the ICU. Now, with all this new information coming out really by the minute here, we know it can be so hard to keep up. You can find the latest information surrounding the coronavirus and how it's affecting Arizona right now on the 12 News app. It is free to download. Just get it on Google Play or find it in your app store. Go ahead and do that at your convenience. We appreciate you joining us this morning for the latest update in this breaking news situation from the coronavirus in the state of Arizona. We appreciate it. We hope you have a great day. Stay safe and stay healthy.